Hey, what's up and welcome back to my channel. Now today I'm going to be talking about my NECA, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Ultimate Part 2 Freddy. Or you can just say NECA Ultimate Part 2 Freddy. Now I wasn't really too thrilled or too crazy about actually picking up this particular figure, because I'm not too big of a fan of this particular Nightmare on Elm Street film. I like part 1, I like part 3 and 4, but like part 2 and like 5 and so on, I'm not too really big on those. I thought Freddy's Dead was kind of cool, and the Wes Craven's New Nightmare, I thought those was cool. I only saw like the remake like one time, but I was never really like a huge fan of or a big fan of part 2, but I do think the Freddy that was in this film, I do believe he was still like one of the scariest, like, next to the original Nightmare on Elm Street. I believe that Robert Englund really portrayed like a very scary Freddy Krueger in this particular film. But I just was like a big fan of the film itself. But I just decided to pick up this figure, anyway, because I did already have the original NECA Nightmare on Elm Street Ultimate like Freddy, part 1 Freddy. So I just decided to actually pick up part 2. Because I know they also have part 3 too as well, which I want to get. Now eventually I want to get one of these. I prefer the part 3 version. I want to get one of these like in a quarter scale. Now to me this does look better than the part 3 one, as far as the quarter scale go, but I'm not going to really get into that because these are the quarter scale figures. But yeah, eventually I would like to get like a Freddy Krueger like in a quarter scale, an 18 inch, and I prefer part 3, that's the one I really want. But anyway, I'm going to be talking about this right now. So as you can see, this is my NECA, A Nightmare on Elm Street, Ultimate Part 2 Freddy Krueger. And as you can see, the box art is just like the theatrical poster. Because I know this was actually released, I think I think it was 1985, right? If I'm not mistaken. And this was actually like the theatrical poster for the film, as you can see, which has like Jesse on the cover with the chick. I forget what her name was. And it says the man of your dreams is back at the top. Now on the side it has NECA, then it has real toys too as well. And it also says A Nightmare on the Street 2 Freddy's Revenge right here on the side. Plus you see the school bus too from the opening of the movie that Freddy was driving, and then went out like in those like one of those like those cannon things. Even on the side it shows it too. This side. Then also on the back you have an image of the I guess you could say the items that this figure comes with. You see like Freddy right here, how he looks. You see him with like his hand, like one of the hands he has, and I forget what they call those dolls. He has like the dolls with him too. So yeah, and it also says, yeah, you have an image of the school bus too, but it also says it's been 5 years since Freddy Krueger tormented those helpless Elm Street teens with his razor glove and maniacal sense of humor. But he's back for revenge with his sights set on another innocent victim he can torture and possess. See, I'm going to just get into this figure and just, open it up. Now on the inside, you see this right here, like this is like an image of the figure, which has like a flame accessory on it too. Then it's kind of cool, because of course that was a scene from the film where Freddy said, "You are all my children," when he was at the pool party, And this right here is like another shot of the actual like figure itself, like in the items that he comes with. As you can see, like you see like the Freddy and like the various accessories that comes with the figure. Now the background, the outline, it doesn't really stand out. I don't know what that really is. I don't know if that was like the pool or what, because it looks like it's just kind of like water down here, but I'm not too sure. But anyway, I'm going to just open this up and get into it, Now, here's the background, and actually I have been, I just started like kind of using these. I do like pictures with these, and then like when I do take pictures with these, I think the background, like these are awesome for like pictures, I guess even for like videos, because I am thinking about doing that too eventually, I may just like, instead of seeing me in the video, I may just do the figure like on this, I'm just thinking about doing that. But these do look kind of cool, especially for like photography, if you're just taking like pictures. I think these are very good for like, like for your figures and stuff, But as you can see, I think this was like the actual like pool, like from the pool party scene, You can see the water boiling and stuff. Alright. Okay, as you can see, here's Freddy Krueger and the various accessories that he comes with. You have the 2 dolls. I forget what these are called. I think these are like hellhounds. I don't know what they call him, you know. And then he has like a flame, 2 alternate heads, so he has 3 heads in total. And he has his glove, you know, and he has this alternate hand too. I think I forget what they call his hand too. And he also has a hat too. So, but of course, I'm gonna touch on all the accessories in this video, you know. Right now, I'm gonna touch on like an accessory. I know I usually do like the figure first, and then I get into the accessories. But right here, this particular accessory is the it comes with these 2 and I think this is awesome though that they have this, the 2 dolls from the movie, from that sequence, you know, kind of towards the end of the film. And I think they call these like the Nightmare Dogs or Hellhounds or something like that. I'm not really too sure, you know. But as you can see here, they are. They do, I recall, you know, they really do like this, like all the movie too, you know, which is cool. So I think NECA did a good job on these. I noticed you also can like turn like their head too. It has like articulation like in the head. You can actually turn all the way around if you want. It goes kind of up and down, kind of not too much, but like kind of, you know. And to the dolls themselves, they stand pretty good. They don't fall fall over or anything. You don't need like no stand for them, you know. So I think that's kind of interesting, you know, that NECA was actually able to make these just stand, you know. I guess because they have like 4 legs too, you know. I like the chain around like their neck too as well. I think that's kind of cool, like the collar. One of the cool accessories that does come with this figure is this actual fire effect flame, which looks like a fire from like the I guess like the sequence, like the pool part of the sequence in the movie, where Freddy, you know, he was like around the pool and he told like all like the people, you know, he said, "You are all my children now," and he had that flame behind him, you know. So what you can do with this actual flame, which I think is kind of cool. This is one of the coolest things I have ever seen with like a NECA figure. It's actually like magnetized. So you actually can like just stick it to Freddy's back. So I'm gonna try it. I know it does kind of like fall if you like disturb it. But yeah, as you can see right there, there it is. It's actually like stuck on his back, you know. Let's see if I can get a better shot of it. So yeah, it actually sticks to his back like that, which I think is kind of cool, you know. Now the magnet, of course, isn't too great, you know, but it's still like decent. I guess the way that it probably really would work, you know, is if you actually didn't, if you didn't disturb it too much. If you just put it on like this, it would stay on like that, as you can see. And I think the flame itself, like I said, it looks pretty cool. It kind of reminds me of the flame that came with the Jason, the Ultimate Part 2 Jason, which had like a fire, you know. I think that's kind of cool. You also can see like the actual like magnet on the back of it too as well, where like it would stick at, I believe, like that circle thing right there. Another thing too I noticed about Freddy, he has like this hole back here on his back too as well. I'm not really too sure what that's for, but it looks like something might go there. Part of me kind of thinking it's something dealing with like the flame itself. I'm not too sure, you know, because it actually sticks up here when you put it on, not down here. So I don't know really what that is, you know, but it looks like something can probably go in there. Cause I know he does have like an accessory set too now, you know, like Freddy. And of course right here is Freddy fedora, like his hat, as you can see. And it's kind of different from the one that was from the first one, you know. It doesn't have like that bow like thing running, I don't think. Yeah, there it is. So I'm gonna see if I can put this on. Yeah, there's Freddy with his hat on. Yeah, it's cool. Now what I'm gonna do is actually talk about this hand right here, and of course this is like the hand that had the actual like blades come out of it, you know, in the movie, you know, which is like gruesome. I think they call this like the monster hand. They have like another name for it too as well. Now this was actually already on the figure once you open it, you know, but he does come with his glove too, which I think is cool. I'm gonna touch on that too. I think NECA did awesome with that. But like his glove, you know. I mean, with his hand, I think they call it like the monster hand. You can see the claws are pretty good, you know, and the detail on it is very good. It's exactly like it did like in the movie, you know, like that flesh, you know. You can actually turn it and stuff too as well. So what I'm gonna do is actually just take this off and show the actual the glove too as well, like the actual like Freddy glove, you know. And there's a better shot, another shot of the monster hand, I think they are calling it, you know. And of course, here's the main, like, I guess you could say accessory, Freddy's like glove, of course, you know. So I'm going to put this on. Now I think it's so awesome that NECA had did this. You know, they actually made it where you actually can like take his glove, you know, and take it off, so you actually can actually keep Freddy glove like separate, you know, so you can actually mix this with like other figures, you know. So I think that's kind of cool that you have like an extra glove, you know. Well, actually, this is the only glove that he has with this figure, but you actually can use it, you know, with other like, you know. So I think that's kind of cool. It doesn't have to be like stuck on his hand like the first Ultimate Freddy, you know, based on the first one. Now that one you couldn't take off at all, whereas this one you can. I think that's kind of awesome, you know. So you can actually just play with this by itself, you know. I think that's cool. Okay, as you can see, there's Freddy glove like in his hand too as well. And I think that's so awesome that NECA did that. Like I said, you can actually take his glove off, so I think that's cool. So yeah, there it is, you know. I like the glove too, the way they have it like actually like out and stuff. I think that's kind of cool. Now one of the things I was noticing, like I said, I didn't really want to get into like the quarter scale ones, is I think this one is actually better than the par 3 glove for the quarter scale. I like this glove, how they did this glove. I like how you can see the flesh of his hand in it too. I think that's cool. Okay, now what I talk about is the 2 alternate heads that Freddy comes with. So he actually has a total of like 3 heads with this actual figure, you know. This is the head that was actually on him, and these are the 2 heads that he comes with. So what I'm going to do is take off his hat. Now the head that he came with, this is it right here, as you can see. It doesn't look exactly how like Freddy did like on part 2. Like it does like, you know, like the actual look of like the way Robert Englund looked at in the movie, you know. So I think that's kind of cool. Now I do notice that there's like a line effect right here that's kind of going around like around his head. If you look real closely, you can see it. But that it does look like awesome, like the burn, like detail of them and stuff. I think it's very superb the way NECA did this. It does look how you looked at like on part 2. And like I said, I still believe that this is the actual, this is easily the second, I guess you could say the new Nightmare was scary too, but the second scariest Freddy, you know, as far as like the whole series go, like Robert Englund, he was actually at his scariest as Freddy Krueger in this particular film, for my opinion, you know. Next to the original one, you know, he still had like the humor and the jokes and stuff, but I thought he was still very scary, like in this film, you know. Here's one of the heads, where you can actually see like his tongue. This is also the one where you can see like his brain too as well. You see like his brain up here at the top. I think that's cool that you can actually see like the brain of like Freddy, you know, like it on his head, you know, because you know that was the scene where he had pulled his skin back when he was talking to Jesse. He said, "You got the body, I got the brain." Then he pulled his skin back, you know, on his head with his scalp back, and you can see like his brain, like it was like pulsating. And if you ain't careful, you wouldn't notice that. If you didn't really look at it, you wouldn't notice it, you know. That you can see his brain up there. And right here is the final head that he has, that Freddy has, that it came with. Hoping I ain't missed anything on it, you know. Like I said, you would have, if you ain't careful, you would have missed the brain, you know. Now I heard some people say that one of his heads actually has that melting effect from when he was like melting at the end of the movie, when he was like burning up, you know. I think this part might be kind of it, you know. Freddy has 3 heads, as you can see. This is the one that was actually on him. Then these are like the 2 ones that he came with. So he actually has a total of like 3 heads, you know. So I think that's cool, you know. Now another thing I noticed about the Freddy heads themselves is they actually have like numbers on them if you look closely. Like this one I think says 2A or 2D, if I'm not mistaken. on the inside. Maybe that's when it was like marking them, you know, or it says 2C, and this one says like 2A. And this one says I think 2B. Now what I'll do is talk about like the articulation of this Freddy Krueger figure, you know, like how he can move and so on. Is it pretty good, you know, and so on. 'Cause I know for a couple of the other items, you know, I actually had to use this rail, like I've been always saying here lately, you know, like a hair dryer or blow dryer to actually like loosen the figure up, you know, 'cause this works wonders, you know. And it's like only temporary, but if you actually want to get a particular like piece on or accessory on, I would definitely recommend using like one of these, like a blow dryer. And it only takes about like a minute, you know, like to actually loosen like the that particular like accessory up, and then you can put it on, you know, and it goes on like easily, you know. But of course it's only like temporary, you know, but if you're actually going to just keep that particular accessory on, you know, for that moment, you know, or for a while, you know, if you don't ever take it off, basically it's good to use these. And I also heard that like hot water is good too, but that's what I've been using, like it's like a hair dryer or blow dryer, you know. But yeah, I'm gonna talk on the articulation of this right now. Okay, so as you can see here is like the articulation of the figure, like Freddy arms can be like bent like this. Or you can have them like straight out too, like that. You can put them in splits as usual, you know. And yeah, of course Freddy will do something like this, you know. You can bend his knees. His feet can be like twisted too. It has like a tilt in it too as well, where you can kind of tilt it, kind of, you know. You can turn them out. And you can bend them like that if you want. Now I notice like the waist, it doesn't like his waist can bend. Like if I wanted to like say like bend him over like this, it like doesn't look like it, you know. I'm kind of fair in doing it, you know. I don't want to break, you know. But it does look like he can't really like bend like over like that. So I don't know, you know. His hand can be like the glove, you can turn it like that, you know, all the way around and stuff. As you can see. This hand can be turned and so on. I don't know if this hand can be removed or not either. I haven't bothered to. Probably can, but I'm not too sure. And of course his head can be turned. You can turn the head and stuff. They can go up like that. You can point it down, you know. And another thing, like I always say, like the detail in this figure is like so superb. Like NECA really did a good job with this Freddy Krueger figure. Like I said, the detail, like his sweater, you know, has like the green and red of it, you know, has like striped and stuff. Cause one thing too, like the stripes are actually on his arm too, like they were saying, you know, cause you know, like in the first Freddy movie, Nightmare on Elm Street, he didn't have the stripes on his arm. Even the figure was like that from NECA. But this right here is when he actually had the stripes on his arm too, like the green and red stripes, just like the torso part of his sweater. Even like his face, you know, it looks just like how Robert Englund did with like the makeup on and stuff, you know. The shoes and everything, you can see like the shoelaces, like the boots. I think these were done pretty good. The pants and so on, you know. The sweater is awesome. I like how the sweater looks. I actually think this does look a little better than the first Nightmare on Elm Street Ultimate Freddy they did. I think it does kind of look a little better than that, you know. The glove is superb. It looks awesome. Like I said again, like I like how you can see like the hand in it. Right there, I think that's awesome, like the detail. Just a comparison of the two Freddy Krueger figures that I have. I know they have Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Dream Wars. They have that Ultimate Freddy too as well. Because that's the one I actually want to get like in the quarter scale, like an 18-inch one, you know. I know they also have this one, like the part 2. I know they had that in the 18 scale too as well. And I do kind of believe that one is better in the 18 scale, you know, part 2. But it is like the part 3 Freddy that I would prefer, which I do want to kind of get. I am planning on getting that one, you know, like a quarter scale Freddy, you know. So I can have with my Jason, you know. Alright. These figures are like about the same, like in length too as well, you know, like they're 7 inches like in length. They like the same, you know. And I do believe that the sweater on this one is probably like a little better than the sweater on the first Freddy too as well. I think the glove was done better on this one too versus the one on the first Freddy too. See, Fred is about like 7 inches, like 7.5 inches in length. Okay, there you have it. There's my NECA, A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, well, Ultimate Part 2 Freddy Krueger figure, and I would definitely recommend this for like fans of, I guess this particular film version of Freddy, because like I said, I'm not a big fan of like Part 2. I prefer like Part 3 and like Part 3 and like 4, you know. Even Freddy's Dead I thought was okay, you know, like Wes Craven's New Nightmare, I prefer those, you know. Like even the remake, you know, I haven't really, excuse me, only saw it like one time, you know, I thought it was okay, you know. But, if you really do are a fan like a part 2 like Freddy, you know, I would definitely recommend it. You know, it's an awesome and superb figure as always. Something like NECA, you know, they did a good job on like the detail. I like the items that he comes with. Some of the items he has I thought kind of stood out, you know, like kind of the flame to a certain extent, meaning that it's like magnetized, you know. And like I said, I am definitely planning on getting like a quarter scale Freddy Krueger figure, you know. I think this is the best version to get, like in the quarter scale, but I prefer part 3, like the Dream Warriors one. That's the one I kind of got my eyes on getting. Even like the 7-inch version of that figure too, as well, you know. So yeah, that's me, and that's me talking about this NECA Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2. Well, Ultimate Part 2 Freddy. Like I said, they have so many ways that they say the name of these figures. Now, I'll definitely recommend this figure, you know. Please leave a comment and subscribe too as well.